Madhouse.
Hello, Peter.
Do you want my full name? Peter James Michael Page. I'm 23. I'll be 24 in 4 weeks. 14th of November. It's a Monday. And I'll be a big 24. Crikey. I'm getting old. Something about me. I'm a fun kind of guy. This is Sammy. He's 3-4 months old. Hello. Hello. This is the first place I can probably call home since I was 6, 7. My mum diagnosed quite a few different problems. She couldn't mentally be able to look after us. Me and my brother fought a lot when I was younger. He actually broke my thumb. My mum noticed it was turning a funny colour because I hadn't screamed or anything. And I now can't bend it like I can the other one. We've never been extremely close. All 3 of us grew up in foster care in separate homes. I was in 2 study places.
Are you still in contact with anyone?
No. Since moving back from Kent to here, I've tried to let go of that. I say that as my past and this is my future. In school, I used to get in fights a lot, lose my temper easily. A couple of times, I think one time the fight started with me and some other guy, and it took about 5 teachers to hold me back because I just wanted to get at him, rip him a new one. But it was through the school who advised to and help me get onto an anger management program, sort of thing. There are a few things I'd have done differently, especially at school. But as I say, you can't change the past, you just got to learn from it. And that's what I have done. I've been out of foster care for a couple of years. I was living on my own, working. I could afford a room in a house. But once I lost that job, I couldn't afford to pay the rent, and I couldn't and by that time I hadn't finished paying the deposit. The job centre was taking ages, so I had no money. After 2 months of that, I found out my social worker, and he brought me back to my mum in Southend YMCA, which is a youth hostel for homeless young people. It was somewhere for me that would have a roof over my head. It was kind of hard for me in the beginning because it still is hard to trust friends or people, because some people claim to be your friends, which I had bad experience of. Only when I was with money. When I didn't have anything, they didn't want to know me. So it's kind of hard to trust people when I first moved in. But I was on a program called the Prince's Trust program, and that helped build my confidence.
Sometimes it's just someone listening.
Yeah. Always. I think one incident, not long before I moved out, this guy just come down, he was drunk and off his head and drugs, and whacked me over the head with an iron just because he thought I'd say something to him and that. And then he was kicking off with other residents. Thankfully I learned how to control myself and my anger. When the last one is always when your friend moves out, and then gets on, when your friends move out and then a new bunch move in, always changes, arguments and fights break out, that sort of thing.
And then you're not all together anymore.
No, wasn't like a family. You like being on camera, don't you? Within the YMCA, I was volunteering for the whole 2 years and doing other things. They actually put me in for an award for befriending and mentoring volunteer of the year, and I actually won it. Been there just over 2.5 years. My support worker and housing team all thought I was ready to move on. Scary at first, going into somewhere different, completely different. Don't know who it's going to be about, and hopefully I can stay here for as long as I can. And if I get some money, I could buy it as my own place. Well, the immediate plan is to find a job, anything to earn a bit of wedge on the table. I haven't held down a stable job since 2008. It's all here, there and everywhere. I know it sounds silly, but to have a structured day, you like go into work, you do your work, come home, you've got to sort things out. Next day work, it's the same thing, day in, day out. Because at the moment, all I have to do is get up and that's it. That's the only structure I've got. My mum lives in a home. I'll see her a few days beforehand, have our Christmas then. That's mainly, I don't see it fair as, because there's other members there, who probably don't have family come on Christmas Day. If I went on Christmas Day, it would be fair on the other people, you know. Yeah.
If you could change one thing about your past, what would it be?
Everything. Not just one thing, everything. I think maybe that my mum would have a better chance of growing up in a stable family so that she could look after us properly. Come on, Nick. Do you want to get a view of the sea?
Of the sea?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
wow.
You're right with heights.
Thank you, Theo.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Very much.
You're welcome back anytime.
Hey, you're right.
Yeah,
Hiya.
there we go.
How was your job interview?
I actually got the job.
You got it! Oh, brilliant!